And let's go. Josh Allen.
You kick it like a benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap.
Tonight, from Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's the AFC Wildcard round on EA Sports.
Josh Allen.
As we'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Tyler Huntley and the Baltimore Ravens.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills.
We'll play Tennessee next week.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Huntley to throw. And incomplete to open things up.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Here's Huntley. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. He's going to use his legs here. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. To throw, Huntley. Sliding up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Allen. Flushed out right. 1st down and more for Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And that would get me off target and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Allen off the play fake. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says this.
How is that not a touchdown? Oh, yeah, he did. Fuck. Goddamn.
Judge incomplete. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis out.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And now look at this. Big gain. And the Bills have recovered. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Allen going to throw. He's going to complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
These two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field. Not a recipe for success. That time a loss. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Allen. And he's got it. And he is out of bounds here. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Allen taking it himself. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Now, hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Ravens offense back out there. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right? I
think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Shaq Lawson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The son of the heavyweight champ, it's Elijah Holyfield. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Adafe Owe showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. .6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. Being chased out left. High throw, but the catch is made. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. Buying time to his left. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now here come the Ravens. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense. But a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Allen, this throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. So the shotgun snap to Allen. As he throws there, incomplete. So drive 1, they had the field goal. Drive 2, touchdown. And now here on drive 3, looks like they're going to have to punt.
At least they were finally able to reverse the trend because giving up the field goal, then the touchdown, it's almost like they finally got to the offensive side of the ball and said, okay, we've got the system to shut you down.
Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play there on the the keeper. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's going to keep this again.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. Huntley to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taylor now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 27, Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, Allen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Holyfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Jalen Ferguson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Here's Allen to throw it. Forced out to his left. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun. Huntley on the move to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. For the Buffalo offense, and Devin Singletary heading back out there. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
On 2nd down and 4, Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st down, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen, he'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And again, it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And this is touchdown Bills. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 40. The 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taylor now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. What a weekend it has been. This is the last of our 6 games in this wildcard round as we wrap up a very exciting 2 days of NFL football. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC Wildcard game. And you can see the result there. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Both teams trying to avoid being 1-0 in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A carry here for Holyfield.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
What? Billy?
And set him back 5.
That's the 15.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And now they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To the air, Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Then a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley.
When an defense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Second and 4. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. He takes this for 3 to the 29. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
So after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
On play action, Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. From the 39, Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Allen. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
They run with Holyfield. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Allen off the bootleg. And it's caught. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Jamison Crowder, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Huntley. Eluded, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Gregory Rousseau, his 2nd sack of the night, and that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Third down, here's a run by Moss. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
This is taken at the 15. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Huntley's throw complete there to Bateman, and he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got it.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Huntley's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have any options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Singletary to get the drive started. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On the catch, it's Crowder. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Yo creo que no. ¿Qué es voluntario? No, no mandatory, pero no, es no mandatory. ¿Es voluntario? Okay.
Looking to throw. Allen. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Eight yards on the return following a punt of 41. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. To throw, Huntley. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's Huntley. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
No, fumble. It's out. It's loose. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Huntley to throw. They set up the screen to Hill.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Taylor now from the end zone. And now Moore across the 25 to the 27. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me, because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big third down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he is going to have a Bills first down. It's going to be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Down like 30 inches. Just could be unexpected.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Finding Knox there, complete. All the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 44 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So the Ravens now down on the scoreboard. Just over a minute 40 to play. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Huntley. Connects with Duvernay. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Flush to his right. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Huntley. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. It wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.